Hello there, we're back guys with some Balloon CD battles. Obviously what we're going to be doing today is trying to win. You know, we're not even trying, we are going to win every single one of our games. No problem. Alright, this is the way to do it guys. I know in my last video I showed you guys only dart monkeys and submarines. Hopefully today we don't have any water levels, because I lean towards using submarines whenever I see water. So this guy, even with a decent record, will be easy to take down. But I'm actually going to stay away from submarines at least this game, and we'll use something else instead. So we got the farm, we've got the dart monkey, and then what do you want to use as your fourth tower? Now that's totally up to you. So many different things to use. If you plan on going late game, Balloon Chipper is your best friend. Other than that, like I said, it's kind of up to you. But dart monkeys are really like the main guy to use. So we're going to get our bonus tower as well. We've got a Buccaneer. Somewhat useful as a 2-4 Buccaneer for late game BFB pop and power, if it came down to that. Severely doubt it will. But, let's start off the farm. We're going to get a farm start. You know, I'm probably only going to go like 2 farms on this map. Maybe get one of them up to 3rd tier though. It's just, I really like to keep the bananas in the middle of the map. It just makes me happy to do that. So there we go. Get this guy and this guy. Sherperts. We'll see. Today I'll try not to be as greedy as I did in the last few games. If they do end up rushing with any sort of balloons at all, I will just straight up get what I need to survive. There's triple darts already. So this guy's going engineer cannon right now. Whenever I see things like that, I usually think, okay, he's probably got a weakness, you know. Right now I'm thinking that his weakness is probably going to be camo balloons or grouped popping power. I mean, the cannons can be okay, but most people don't get 3rd tier cannons by the time they get to level 8. So I usually don't go crazy and I don't rush against somebody with cannons with yellows, because usually I think they're just going to build something up very quickly. But if I just notice they spent a bunch of money on stuff, or I don't think they have enough money, I could easily do that. Though, this guy looks like he's spending every single ounce of his money into towers. Instead of rushing me, instead of going economy, he's just getting towers, he's just trying to survive. That's obviously a bad thing to do. We've learned that. We want to put all of our money into farms, or into economy, so mid to late game, we're going to be very, very solid. Oh yeah. So anyways, this guy's still not rushing me. I still have enough money to get a decent defense if I so desired. Get a balloon chipper up, or, you know, a couple more 2-3 dart monkeys. But luckily he's letting us farm a little bit, and we got a second 2-0 farm today. Alright, so I don't want to get too greedy like I was saying, so let's get a few more of these dart monkeys up. Get a few 0-3s for now, eventually get them up to 2-3s probably. I highly recommend getting the 2-3 upgrade. It's very, very cheap, gives them cam detection, gives them pop and power, because they can reach a little bit further, so yeah. Very, very nice couple upgrades to get. But not a necessity for the early game like this. So, out of not being greedy, I will not get the 3rd tier farm, even though I think I could easily do it. I can easily get a 3rd tier farm by the time I get to around like 12 or so. But like I said, not a necessity, and just, not really what I want to do today. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Juggernaut. We're going to get a Juggernaut because that's going to be our lead popping power. 2, 3, 4. Playing it safe, of course. We've got a decent amount of economy. We'll start playing safe. We'll get a few more 2-3 dart monkeys, and that will be a fantastic defense for any of these weird rushes that come out in round 13 or 10 or, you know, whatever. I'll even, if I wanted to be very, very safe, I can get a second Juggernaut. I've got a catapult all ready to go. Alright, so what's this guy's weakness? Camo balloons, man. He's got a huge camo balloon weakness. Should I exploit it? I think I will. We'll see if he tries to rush me with the Rico Zebras. He might. I severely doubt it. He doesn't look like he has very much money. He's spending a lot of his money on that cleansing foam. But, of course, you gotta pick out your enemy's weakness, and his weakness is definitely camo balloons, so we're just gonna rush with a bunch of camo greens. Not a necessity to go for pinks or anything, just greens. And that's going to soak up a lot of that camo goo that he's going to try and use on me, but the greens will slowly walk right through his defense. We had to spend obviously a big amount of money on that, but it will slowly take him down. Feel free to use yellows or whatnot, but they're more expensive for the amount of balloons that get through. So there you go, easily taking him down, exploiting his weakness of no camo detection, or weak camo detection for that matter. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to show you guys how to win some more. Of course, like I said, every single game is going to be different, and that's why it does take time to get better. You're never just going to be like, boom, I know how to win, I figured it out, just out of nowhere. Just going to have a euphoric sense of, like, oh, I got it. So we got Stud Muffin today. Oh my goodness. Stud muffin. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing we did. We're going to use the dart monkey, and then again, the second tower is kind of up to you, whatever you want. We could use the engineer today. We noticed that the engineer is not exactly perfect, but it can be some early game decent pop power. We get a random tower, get the dartling gun. That's one of those iffy ones. You know, I don't really recommend using the dartling gun. He can be okay. He's a lot better in the mobile than the flash, but still, I can't make myself do it. Alright, so we're going to start off with a farm today. Get my farm right in the middle. Actually, no, we'll put it down here. We'll get the farm right there. We'll get a dart monkey right there. Sherpa dirts. And I will get... Oh, he's starting off with a balloon chipper, man? Alright, so this is the point where you're like, okay, maybe instead of going all farm economy, maybe you should switch it up a little bit and go for something else, depending on his defense. So there we go, we got the triple darts. I'd like to get at least 2 farms. That's kind of my ideal thing to go for. 2 farms, very nice thing to have. He's still getting some defense up, but it's weird. It's very weird indeed. Multiple wizards and a couple balloon chippers. All 0/0 towers. There's my second farm. 2 more bananas. Of course, you gotta play the enemy, not play the game. And right now, what do I mean by that? I mean, I don't need an extra dart monkey. Nobody's been rushing me lately. I think a lot of these nubcake-ish players don't like to rush people for some reason. They should be. They should be rushing me with pinks because it's going to limit my economy by the time I get to late game. 23 and 24. Alright, 1 more banana plantation. Now, do we want to rush this guy with anything? Well, he's got the wizards. That's decent grouped pop and power, so I'm leaning towards probably not. He's got a surprisingly decent defense for looking so crappy. That's the best way I can put it. Like, I cannot do anything until probably level 13, even with that silly little defense right there. Another banana plantation. Alright, so I will get an engineer now, just again, to be a little bit on the safe side. We don't want to get totally rocked by a big group of yellow balloons, even though we could easily survive by getting a few more 0/3 dart monkeys, or even selling a farm if we really, really needed to, though I severely doubt that would be the case. You're going to use an engineer, by the way. 1/0 engineers are usually the way to go. They build sentry guns, they do a decent amount of pop power, they cost a reasonable amount of money, so they're just like an overall decent tower to use. If you need cam detection or something, that's when you're going to have to switch off and do something else, but usually 1/0s are just good pop power, they're accurate, they pop a lot of pinks and blacks and fast balloons like that that usually you have to deal with in the early game. By the time you get to the mid game, not quite as effective, and that's why usually I don't build too many of them. Alright, what's next on the agenda? I think I'm just going to chill with my 2 farms. You know, that's more than enough money for me today. I'm going to have to get a Juggernaut, obviously. So here we go. We got the Juggernaut. We're going to get the cam detection for our Dart Monkey, something that's very easy to forget, and sometimes I, of course, do it. We're going to put this guy on Strong, surprisingly, to pop those leads or camo leads or whatever the heck that he wants to send out against us. Now, what is this guy's weakness? Regrow Zebras. How do we tell? Wizards. Wizards and balloon chippers are both bad against regrows. So we're just going to do it really quick. We're going to go boop, 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 boop. That was like $2,000 worth of regrow zebras. That should take him down. If he does use his battle energy and max will defend it, we'll sell our farms to go for a secondary counter kill rush. And it's not really a counter rush. It's more of just a secondary kill rush. But and again, Stud Muffin has been defeated. Very, very easy game for us again. And we'll play the 3rd game. I know it just seems like second nature to just rock these guys, even with decent records. It's just like... we literally just chop them down. We're chopping the Russian down, you know? It kind of is. I mean, I played so much battles that these guys, they're not very good. No offense. So we'll go... I will use a submarine this game, but now here's a tricky one. You can only get 1 farm in this level. So instead of going farms, should we let Fate grab our 3rd tower? Nah, we'll get the cannon. We'll get the cannon and a random tower, and we get the boomerang. So we can't get a random tower unless we pick our 3rd tower, so that's kind of lame. It'd be nice to click that random tower and then just let the game pick our 3rd tower. So this game is going to be a little bit different. No farms. Alright? This is one of those weird ones. So we're of course going to get a quick 0-2 submarine. It actually makes the early game very, very easy without going with farms, you know? It makes it seem like, oh man, this game's way easier now that I don't have to go with those farms and spend so much money on those stupid farms, man. They're really, really worth it, though. So there we go. Airburst frickin' darts already. Rock solid. But this game, it's obviously going to be quite different. We're going to have to go with balloons. balloons. Chris, what are you doing? Well, okay, I hope most people know this, but if I'm kind of trying to explain just about everything today for these nubcakeish players that might be watching my videos. But the more money that you spend on balloons, the more money you're going to get later on. Right now, you're spending money, but it's a return investment. Instead of $250 every 6 seconds, you get up to like $500 every 6 seconds. You can double the amount of money that you receive every 6 seconds. And by the time you get really late in the game, that can mean a lot, you know? That can mean a whole lot. So anyways, both of us do have these airburst darts. In fact, it looks like he's got a 1-2 submarine, actually. Also, I'm actually not a fan of Balloon Eco. One main reason why I'm not a fan of it is because I have this complex with just pressing the button over and over and over again. It can get quite annoying, you know? I really wish there was a hold down button on that thing. I've been wishing for the hold down button on the balloon sending thing for a long time, but it just has not been the case. Maybe if it was just on the top balloons or something, like that would be awesome sauce. Only hold down on the top ones. So what is a good eco to go for? If you're a greedy son of a gun like me, 500. If you're not so greedy, 350 to 400 depending on the level. And 450 is usually like a very common, like, okay, that's pretty decent, pretty solid, a good amount of money for late game, and a good amount of money for mid game, just in case you do stay mid game. So usually, what I tend to do, I usually go 500, maybe 550, something like that. Again, I'm kind of a greedy guy, so if that might not be your cup of tea. Anyways, we're going to get another submarine right here, up to airburst darts as well. So now we get 2 submarines up to airburst darts, still no lead popping power, so we might be able to use that up to our advantage. He's got no lead popping power. We got no lead popping power as well. We're going to have to think about what we're going to do about that. We'll just get a quick cannon. And I'm also going to have to get a submarine right here for camera detection, so we're going to get him up to a submerged guy. We'll submerge him. Actually, I'll get the lead popping power first. I'll get a 3rd tier cannon. Close. So as you can tell, a lot less money than what we're used to. You know, we're still fighting to try and get our defense solid enough to be able to defend these weird rushes that are going to get sent out against us. So we got the 3rd tier cannon. Camo balloons coming on this next level, so we got to get that guy submerged, and we do end up getting him submerged barely. There's the leads coming out against me, trying to send up some leads. Easily going to rock those guys. How's our defense looking? Alright. That's the best way I could put it. It's alright. It's definitely not good. He's still got no lead popping power. Oh, there it is. There's his lead popping power. Alright. He's finally got it with that wizard. So you can tell, at this point in the game, I'd usually have like $4,000 or $5,000 where I can easily rush people if I've got farms. But without those farms, it affects your gameplay a lot, you know? So, still sending out those leads against me. I don't know why he was doing that. Very silly, actually. And he looks like he wants to rush me some more. So, we'll get a 3-0 boomerang, I guess. He didn't even send out regrows, that's why I didn't even use my battle energy. And he's still rushing me with stupid balloons. I don't know what his deal is. I guess another good thing would be to get barbed darts and possibly advanced intel and stuff. But yeah, he's still rushing me with all these stupid balloons. He's wasting literally all of his money. We're gonna have to kill him soon. He's got stupid things coming out against me. I don't know what the heck he's thinking, but yeah. I think he's just... Like I said, I don't know what he's doing. He's being silly. That's the best way I can put it. He's got leads coming in here with ceramics and stuff. I don't know why he thinks I don't have lead popping power or something. So here it is. It's about that time. We can mob rush. We can do whatever the heck we want. A very, very solid tower for me to get, actually, would be the reactor. Or get a Moab Mauler for that... the Moabs that could be coming out fairly soon. Oh, he is going to do it. He is going to go for that against me. I'm going to get the reactor as well. So very, very solid defense coming out from me. He's just wasting all of his money on these rushes. And I know that might actually take some reaction time and stuff. Also, I'm just not rushing this guy. Why am I not rushing him? I don't know. I have no freaking idea why I'm not rushing him. I'll get the advanced intel for both of these guys. We got double advanced intel on our submarines. We got a Moab Mauler right here. We got a 3-0 boomerang, cleaning up everything in the back. We will go for the BFB. Indubitably. There's the BFB, guys. So now it's all about micro. If it really comes down to it, we're just gonna have to micro a little bit. Fast cooldown buffs, we could probably take them down with a quick battle energy or something. Other than that, I think we're good. So there's the BFB. I don't think there's any way he can pop that BFB and actually win. With 3 submarines and a wizard, not really a realistic expectation. But if I really wanted to go for an all-out rush, I'd even go further than that. I'd sell my nuclear reactor or something, and yeah, and I'd be okay. And rush him with some other stuff. But it is going to take him down. He tried to counter-rush me with a BFB, but I wasn't even worried. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, it's going to go through his side before it goes through my side. And we even won no lives lost, and that was with just Balloon Eco. So you can tell, I had a much harder time with the Balloon Eco than the Farm Eco. I just wanted to point that out really quick, that is a key way to playing the game. You gotta learn to use those farms. You're not going to be an excellent player until you use those farms. You can be an okay player. You can be a good player. But you're never going to be an excellent player until you start to use those farms more than you probably have been. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I'm actually going to make probably one more of these videos of just trying to teach you guys how to win the game. This is like the winning game series type deal. Thanks for watching and have a super duper delicious day.